All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. We're going to try something here that was suggested in the comments. I don't think I can get away with it, but I've gotten away with certain things that I'm surprised of and don't get away with other things that I'm shocked of too. This is Michael Jordan, Come Fly With Me from 1989. I'm sure I'm not the only one here who grew up watching this as though this was like our Bible. You know, like this was a holy book in my house. Me and my brother watched the hell out of this VHS, and some of the best times are associated with this. I admittedly have not watched this as an adult, so it has been a very, very long time, and I'm curious what this feels like as an adult, because this is Michael Jordan in 1989 before he ever won a championship. So there was a whole different view of Michael Jordan back then. He was just like a flashy, amazing player, but the narrative still surrounded him as a guy who can't win. You know, he's just a guy who scores a lot of points and whatever, but doesn't win. He sure changed that narrative after this. But I wanted to check this out with you guys. This is from NBA TV, which is why I'm pretty sure I'm screwed here. So that's the YouTube channel, is NBA TV, and it's Michael Jordan, Come Fly With Me, 1989. This is going to be a long one, everybody. So this is one of those, grab a drink, grab some snacks. Let's kick back and enjoy this. Yeah, let's do it.
The greatest scorer in the history of the NBA. Let's say thanks for all his contributions to the game to the master of the sky hook, future Hall of Famer Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
In conjunction with the retirement of the greatest basketball player of all time, CBS Fox Video and NBA Entertainment are proud to announce Kareem. Reflections from Inside.
I remember this, yeah. So this is the advertisement.
For the first time, this legendary sports hero opens up and reveals the man behind the myth in this exclusive home video.
Holy crap, I'm gonna remember
Kareem
all of this.
Will take you from the gritty New York playgrounds of his youth through his glorious career to the glamorous hardwood of LA's fabulous Forum. You'll see the game's most prolific scorer relive some of his greatest moments.
Right side. Kareem posts up. They go to Kareem. Kareem backs in. Hooks out.
Okay. If I'm remembering this beat for beat, I think I ingrained all of this into my memory. I'm gonna remember every little thing here. Holy crap! This is a time trip.
It's up. Let's go. Let's go. Professional basketball, 31,420 points for the greatest center in modern basketball history, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
He's still the all-time leading scorer to me.
I'll be able to tell my kids one day, hey, I was on the team with the legend.
Yeah.
Reflections from Inside contains rare footage from Kareem's early days at Powell Memorial High School. Relives his dominance at UCLA, where he helped establish college basketball's greatest dynasty, his first world championship with Oscar Robertson and the Milwaukee Bucks, and his triumphant tenure with the Los Angeles Lakers, whom he led to 5 NBA championships during the 1980s. In-depth interviews with Kareem unlock his innermost thoughts and feelings.
As time went on and I got to be taller and taller than everybody and really stick out, my whole attitude about how to be at ease around other people drastically changed.
The secrets of his longevity, his biggest battles, his greatest triumphs, a one-of-a-kind look at a one-of-a-kind hero. A must for every sports fan's library. Kareem, Reflections from Inside, coming soon and destined to be #1.
Hey, did any of you guys buy this? Because we didn't buy this. Even though we watched this preview 1,000 times. Man, I hope this video gets out there. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I see so many copyright strikes already. Like, this is not going to happen. But I'm doing it anyways because I'm going to watch this anyways. So I hope that I can share this with you all.
I can never stop working hard. Each day I feel I have to improve. Hard work, determination.
Look how skinny he was.
I've got to keep pushing myself.
So 89, you could see he needed to bulk up. There was no way he was going to beat the Pistons if he stayed this skinny.
I remember when I was 5 years old, dunking in trash cans on my knees, waiting for that day I would be able to really do it. And then one day, it happened.
I remember how it
I was
felt
in the
too.
9th grade. It was a JV game, and I was only 5'8". Now, in practice, I've never been able to get up that high. But the adrenaline was pumping, and I just took off.
Holy crap. I never even realized it happened the same way for me, middle school. At this point, I was never able to one-hand dunk or two-hand dunk. I would try again. And then one day in a game, I was so fired up. There was a lot of trash talking going back and forth. And I went up there and I two-hand slammed it. Like right in the middle of the lane. Two-hand dunked it. My team freaked out. We all celebrated. And it got back to the game and I never did it again. That's the crazy thing. That was the only time I ever dunked a ball. And it was in a game. How wild.
So fast. I wasn't quite sure what I'd done.
Yeah.
But you know, I just really love that feeling.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Michael Jordan. I want you to take a trip with me and discover the secrets that I've known for many years. That man was truly destined to fly.
Yeah, maybe you. Not me, buddy. Dude. I need that font and that color scheme. Baby Michael.
A young man. With dreams of greatness on the baseball diamond. Possessing the burning desire that could get him there. These are visions of what might have been.
Yep.
But reality has never looked so good.
I gotta say, it's so crazy because this is obviously before he went to go play baseball after his first retirement. And it just seems so fitting because I always knew that picture of Michael Jordan playing baseball, those pictures. So when he did play baseball, it was like, okay, this makes sense. You know, this makes sense what you're doing. You dominated basketball. It's time for something new.
Yesterday's Little League hero has become today's most captivating athlete. His elegance on the court has transformed the game into an art form.
It was an art form. Bang. Ba-ba.
A relentless competitor who fears no one. He overwhelms the opposition.
Yeah.
Patrolling the airwaves
Get outta here.
with a reckless abandon.
With a reckless abandonment.
He is an unyielding defender
Elo.
with uncanny instincts. Thriving in adversity, he will always find a way.
Dude, wow. This is a trip. This is a trip.
And while strength is usually found in numbers, his comes from within.
I'll tell you a story that I think summed the whole thing up.
Oh, yeah.
We was playing,
This is the pick on someone your own size.
Chicago in Salt Lake. They switched and put John Stockton on it. And he turned around and dunked on Stockton. So some guy got up and almost followed him down the sideline and said, hey, Jordan, pick on somebody your own size. Next time down the floor, he dunked on Mel Turpin. And went over and looked at the guy and said, was he big enough?
Yeah.
His astounding ability seems boundless.
The guy literally is embarrassing the league. He's that good. He's a phenomenal player. There isn't anything he can't do.
Michael in for the left side.
And that's how you know there's respect, because the Pistons and the Bulls hated each other at this time. But Chuck Daly still is being respectful.
Right over Rollins. Michael Jordan. And in his quest for perfection, he takes the game to new heights. Damn.
The perfect player to me is probably 6'5", 6'6", 200 pounds. Jump like Michael Jordan, wear number 23 like Michael Jordan, and shoot like and play like Michael Jordan.
That's sad. Sorry you got fired, Doug.
Ellis off to the right. Jordan on the drive, falls down underneath.
Good God.
Michael's got it right away. This game is over. Pass to Michael Jordan.
Oh, this. The Hank, this one. Oh, man. I don't know what it was.
But
That one. I think it was honestly the announcement on there, because that one sticks in my head like so much. But I think it's the announcer. Check it out.
Who has it on the break? Driving all the way in. Oh, unbelievable!
And it counts.
But greatness sometimes springs from humble beginnings. As a 5'11" sophomore, young Michael was noticeably absent from the varsity team.
Yes, I'm the coach who cut Michael as a sophomore. We did it because we thought at the time it was the best thing for him and for our basketball program. He was still growing. He was a good ball player, but we didn't think he was good enough yet to really make the contribution on the varsity that we felt we needed.
Determined to prove his coach wrong,
The Buccaneer.
Michael worked harder than ever, growing 4 inches and improving dramatically over the next 2 years. He would shatter all of Laney's scoring records while leading the Buccaneers to their first ever conference championship. The high school All-American chose the University of North Carolina, and academic advice was soon to follow.
And I told him to go into math, and that's where the money was. Which I think's hilarious. He probably does too.
That's awesome.
Concerned about Michael's future employment, Laney's principal wanted him to attend
Air Force Academies are always a very excellent educational choice, and certainly the commitment to the armed forces would have given him employment after college.
This one-man squadron would eventually form his own Air Force, Air Jordan.
Yeah, I love that line. It's a one-man
Chapel
Air
Hill,
Force.
Home of the University of North Carolina, a school rich in basketball tradition.
Chapel Hill.
Initially, skeptic basket propelled him into the national spotlight, and a new aura of confidence was apparent to all.
Michael really did was improve considerably between his freshman and sophomore year. He grew a couple inches, he matured physically, and just became a sensational player. He was very inconsistent as a freshman, but he's one of the most competitive ones we've ever had in our drills. He wanted to get better, and then he had the ability to get better.
There's a steal by Doherty. Here comes Michael Jordan. Pat Doherty passes to Jordan.
I guess that is a pretty fitting end to the ballgame. Jordan,
Yep.
look at
I love that. I love that little cradle.
Kenny Smith looking for Jordan.
In practice, Michael barraged his teammates with his game-time moves.
We always had to go against each other every day. Trying to stop him was just, it was a joke, really. Of course, we had to force him baseline. He'd get around the baseline, it was dunk. And then you go in the locker room after practice, and he would remind you all night long.
Jordan
Sounds like
coasted through
MJ.
his sophomore campaign, capturing Player of the Year honors. But the pressures of a #1 ranking hindered his play early in his junior season.
I'm sorry, just this whole production just is a time trip in general. This is so 80s, man. Oh, man, this is good stuff. I hope you guys are enjoying this so far. I have a huge old grin on my face.
The excessive expectations had him
Look at that
trying
phone.
too hard to please others, and he needed guidance to redirect.
Look at that phone. Any young ones? Watch what he's doing. Watch this, young bucks. This is how you have to dial a number. So if you get any one of these digits wrong, you got to start over and try again. One number, another number, another number,
and he needed
another
guidance
number.
to redirect his focus.
Coach Smith could notice it. I mean, he showed me film from my sophomore year and the beginning of my junior year. And it looked like a totally different person. It made me see exactly what success had done to me, and I was able to deal with it from that point on. I remember we were playing NC State, and I cut my hair. I was bald-headed. I said, I'm washing away with the way I started off with the season. I set my own expectations of myself, and I just started to play better basketball.
Michael would rebound beautifully.
About 14.
Bang.
Rebound.
Yeah, that's a good
Dominate the
rebound.
competition. And go on to lead the ACC in scoring.
Damn.
But after being named the top collegiate in the nation for the second consecutive season, he made the difficult decision to walk away from Chapel Hill and forego his senior year.
Yeah, coach helped
To
him.
tell you the truth, I really just decided, I guess, an hour and a half ago. I didn't know I was, 50-50, and I talked to Coach this morning, and he helped me, and my parents helped me, and everything looks bright for me, and it's I think the future holds hopefully the best for me, and I just I felt that would be better for me to start now while I'm young.
Although Michael left school early, he would fulfill his graduate requirements the following year. More immediately, he was about to become the cornerstone of a rebuilding Chicago franchise.
The Chicago Bulls picked
Michael Jordan.
of the University of North Carolina.
I love that thumbs up.
Michael Jordan of the University of North Carolina.
Yes, sir.
In preparation for the Los Angeles Olympics, Jordan led Team USA to a 9-0 record in a series of exhibitions against NBA talent.
What I liked most about Mike was the fact that like everybody, he had some lapses in play and how hard he played, and yet all you had to do with him was go up and take him by the arm and say, Michael, you're not playing as well as you can play. He just kind of looked at you and grin and say, I know. And he'd go out and play harder, and he'd play better. And you put his willingness to compete with his athletic ability and his basketball skill, and that's why I simply have always said, since having had a chance to be around him, that he's just the best player I've ever seen play.
There it is. There it is. He said this on multiple occasions, too. He's the best player I've ever seen play. And that was before he ever even played one NBA game.
Named team co-captain by Bobby Knight, Michael made it clear he would have no problems with the fiery coach.
And he wants best for his players, and really that's somewhat similar to Coach Smith, except for the language. But I can get up.
Yep. Funny thing is now you hear Jordan and he's cursing all the time. But when he was a young buck, he was very proper, very proper.
When the moment arrived, Michael was all business. The 23rd Olympiad would provide the forum. The glory of a gold medal was paramount. And playing against the rest of the basketball world, Michael would tower above the competition. The United States had a team deep in talent. But Jordan would emerge as the undisputable driving force. With Michael leading the team in scoring, the Olympic squad routed the opposition by an average margin of 33 points en route to a stellar 8-0 record. The gold medal
That was
game.
a tasty little guitar lick. Dude, the music is actually turning out to be just as nostalgic as anything else in this. The music is so ingrained in my memory banks.
Versus Spain was no different. Spearheading the blowout was the skinny kid from Wilmington, whose Olympic brilliance will always be remembered.
That was a special moment for me because I guess I can go back to his childhood days, and he always said to me, one day I'll be Olympian, and I said, yeah, sure. And then to win the gold medal, I mean, it was so thrilling. It was one of my special moments, and I always remember when he put it around my neck, that was a special bond that I guess will be with me in memories that no one would take away from me.
I love his mom.
It was in this house in Wilmington, North Carolina, where Michael's parents taught him the values of hard work and how to set goals to achieve his dreams. But it was his daily battles in the backyard with his older brother Larry that fueled his competitive drive.
Larry Jordan.
Jordan steals it. Michael in deep, turnaround shot.
Yeah, look at that basket.
We used to play.
You guys remember wooden backboards?
Awful lot. You know, we would play every day, and I always normally beat him.
The thing that always drove Michael crazy was that Larry would beat up on him so much. And I think that he really got competitive playing his own brother.
So he really helped me create some determination in myself to beat him. If I could beat him, I felt I could beat anybody.
I felt the same way. Nobody my age could take me. But growing up, my brother was always older than me, so he'd always whoop my ass. But it was the best thing ever for me.
And finally, when I started to grow and my skills started to catch up with my height, I started to beat him convincingly.
Equally deserving of the credit is someone who showed him how to put it through the hoop.
Keep your eye on the
Oh, this is hilarious.
Concentrate.
Like this, Michael.
Like this. Like that?
No, like this.
Bang.
Like this. Like this.
Like this.
This, Michael. And now give it some razzle-dazzle.
Oh, yeah. Bang.
That's my mom.
Obviously, Michael derives his athletic ability from his mother's side. But how does one explain his 6'6" frame? After all, there hasn't been a Jordan over 6 feet in recent memory.
I thought about that often. And I've come to one conclusion. Occasionally, you'll meet people that you look at and you just know that they were born to do one thing. And God looked at Michael and knew that this kid would starve if he had to work. So he says, I better make an athlete out of him.
So is it true Mr. Jordan would find Michael hanging from his chin-up bar, stretching himself in an attempt to grow taller?
I used to do that. I got that from the Brady Bunch back in the day.
I tried to do that. I always wanted to be 7 feet. And I never could get that tall. I tried it a few times. I saw it on TV a few times on the Brady Bunch or something like that. And I saw that and I tried to do it and it didn't. I don't think it worked, but I'm tall, so it may have.
Hey, man, I ended up being the tallest in my family, too, at 6'3". So I joke about it, but maybe that shit helped. Maybe it helped.
And your dad's reaction when he found out?
He thought I was nuts.
And that's exactly what he drove NBA defenses. Staging an aerial display, the rookie left fans awestruck. Collecting rave reviews at every stop. Often unbelievable when running the floor.
Right down the middle.
He was virtually unstoppable in the air.
Look at that celebration.
Air Jordan had landed, and the NBA would never be the same. More than just a scorer, the emerging superstar sought to create for others. Quickly becoming Chicago's leader, he sparked the Bulls with his contagious intensity. Michael was high-stepping his way to instant legend status and having a great time along the way.
They have outscored the Bucks 9-0 here. Here comes Mr. Jordan, who's right.
Everyone was trying to catch a glimpse of Jordan's high wire act.
Bang, bang.
And he sent no one home disappointed.
I love when he cradles that. I used to try that all the time, but I couldn't grip the ball like him. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous to do. It's insane. Only Dr. J. He's the only other one I've seen to do that kind of stuff.
The Bulls were a hot
Yep.
And Michael was heir apparent to the title of NBA's premier ambassador.
Yeah, a lot of people forget. Dr. J was him before MJ came around, you know? And Dr. J was winding his career down, and MJ was just getting started.
In only a year's time, he journeyed from Chapel Hill to Olympic stardom. With a schedule so hectic, he had to wait for a Bulls West Coast road trip to pick up the College Player of the Year award.
Wow.
Which fit nicely alongside his next trophy, the NBA
Rookie of the Year.
Injury. An athlete's worst nightmare.
Yep.
Not even the NBA's most celebrated performer could escape its wrath.
It's funny, because of this video, I'm having flashbacks already. When he's going to start doing, like, he's going to be running in the pool. I used to do that anytime I would injure my ankle. Obviously not to the level that he did, the injury-wise, but I thought it helped. So I saw Jordan do it and come fly with me. That was good enough for me.
In only the third game of his second professional season, Michael would hobble to the bench in great pain. But no one could foresee that almost an entire season would be lost. Trying to adjust was not an easy task.
Mentally, it was very hard for me to deal with because I wanted to get out and play. I was so used to playing whenever I wanted to play. And here I couldn't play because of my injury.
At first, the 4-week prognosis was something Michael could deal with. But as the weeks turned into months, his frustration mounted with each passing game. The unfamiliar role of bystander had Michael at wit's end, and he needed to find a way to lessen the pain.
Yeah, so he does this behind the Bulls organization's back. They didn't know about this. But he had a clause built into his contract called the Love of the Game clause, which means he can play anywhere, anytime.
Seeking comfort, the legendary Tar Heel returned to Chapel Hill. It was in this gym where the rehabilitation process would begin. Michael renewed his fervor for the game as his foot continued to get stronger.
Once I got that confidence and the feeling in the foot was getting stronger as I continued to play, it wasn't nothing anyone could have said that could stop me.
There it is.
But concerned
Yeah,
about
I used to do this all the
Bulls
time.
wanted to delay his return.
Not this.
A
Ouch.
rigorous training regimen was implemented to secure full recovery.
Yeah, this. The zigzag.
Patiently, Michael waited for his day to come.
Checking into the game for the Bulls. He's back. Number 23, Michael Jordan.
It's funny. I didn't know about the minutes restriction and all that stuff until I got older.
Everybody told me, you're a fool for playing. You should go home and relax and come back next season, see what happens.
There's the double.
He promised to make the playoffs every year with the Bulls. He did it.
Jordan was playing better than ever, but fearing a career-ending setback, Chicago's coaching staff limited his play to only 7 minutes a half. The star's patience was extended once again.
And once I got that opportunity to play, I felt I had to prove to people that I knew what I was doing. I was a competent individual. I wasn't doing anything to jeopardize my career. I really felt that I was healthy. I was back, and I wanted to make the playoffs. I always said that once I'm in Chicago, if I have anything to do with it, to make the playoffs each year.
Yeah. The man of his word, man.
Dateline, the playoffs. Mighty Boston sought their 16th World Championship.
Yep.
And for one afternoon, the time-honored legacy of Celtic pride would be confronted by the wave of the future. Time restraints were lifted. And Michael would make the most of his opportunity.
Look at the degree of difficulty in every shot.
A constant presence at both ends of the floor, he single-handedly dismantled the Celtic attack. Rendered helpless by his offensive onslaught, the core of the Celtics all tried their hand.
Yeah,
at
Mikhail,
stopping
you got him.
But without success. Even the most legendary of them all was helpless as Michael continued to score at a frantic pace. Absent for 62 games, Jordan sought retribution for lost time.
Yes, he did.
the verge of shattering a single-game scoring record, there was nothing that would stand in his way.
Michael in the drive across the lane. Turnaround shot. Got it. 63 for Jordan. A new NBA record has been set in the Boston Garden.
When I'm on my game, when I'm really on like I was in Boston, I don't think there's too many people that can stop me. I don't think there's anybody can stop me. And once I got off to a good start, I just felt like I couldn't stop. You know, I could run for days.
This is how we learned about what the zone is at a young age. This was the zone.
I really stopped. I just wish that the game didn't have to stop. We could play on and on. We'd probably still be playing now the way I felt.
This historic feat secured a place in basketball annals. But for others, the entire experience since Michael's return was unsettling.
But the first few games, obviously, I was on the edge of my seat most of the time because, you know, God forbid something would have happened. And I'll feel much more comfortable this summer because Michael's going to play a lot of golf and very little basketball.
It's funny. We didn't dislike Jerry Krause back then, but we did make fun of him. Just off of this video.
We take it.
Well publicized is Michael's passion for golf and the seclusive surroundings that the sport affords.
I mean, it's peaceful. You're out here on the course where you can't get any phone calls. You know, people can't bother you. It's really a relaxing situation. No, that's short.
Yeah, that's there.
That's short. You don't compete against the next guy who's playing with you. You compete against the course. One day you can shoot 74, next day you can shoot 84. That's the game of golf. You know, you never really can conquer it. You can only contain it and hold it for a little while, and then it just goes. The mind comes into this game so much.
Yeah.
It comes into basketball too, but sometimes your skills can overcome the mind a little bit. But in golf, if your mind's not in it, you can forget it.
I guess that came in handy the second half of his career a lot. You guys play golf? I never really got much into golf, got to admit.
The free throw situation, you know, it's similar. Putting and free throws is the same.
Yeah.
And the consistency and the skill of, you know, going through the same motion every time. I take that. That's the ticket.
That's the ticket.
That's the ticket. Woo!
Well, I have played golf with Michael before, and it's probably the only time that he keeps his tongue in his mouth, other than when he's wagging it, telling me how good he is. Other than that, I just really enjoy taking money from him.
Smart Money says it doesn't happen too often.
Oh, yeah, that's a jump shot.
In the hole. I take it.
Perhaps a career after basketball is in the making.
That's a jump
There it
shot.
is.
Now that's a jump shot.
Starting to think I remembered it wrong.
But for Michael Jordan, the future is now.
Listen to this music, man.
He lives and plays with style and charisma. And just may be the most identifiable athlete in all of sports. First, his attire, baggy shorts and the wristband on the forearm. And then there is the ever-present tongue.
As far as I can remember, it originated from my granddad. My granddad stuck his tongue out, and if I'm working on my car or something around the house, I find myself going, you know, really concentrating.
Like father, like son.
That's crazy. So that's 3 generations. I wonder if that passed down one more generation. Marcus, where you at?
Michael's distinct on-court fashion has even caught the eye of the world of modeling. With his striking good looks and his charming demeanor, the megastar is a natural.
That picture. I still have it somewhere, an autographed picture of him wearing this with that dog. Back then, you used to be able to mail into your favorite athletes and hope that they respond with an autograph. And MJ responded with an autograph photo. Whoa. Wow. Where the hell is that thing? Shoot. used to do this as a drill too. Yep, dude. I took so much from this silly video. I took so much from it. Oh.
Having transcended the realm of sports, Michael has been courted by innumerable product lines and in the process has become one of the hottest commodities in the advertising industry.
McDonald's.
With his exposure at an all-time high, Michael can go nowhere without attracting attention. Though the marketing of Michael Jordan has become big business, he has kept his sense of humor. Even when attending to business, he always seems to manage to have a good time.
It's crazy that his ego didn't get to his head. He stayed focused. He got more and more focused, if anything, the more famous he got. He just wanted to freaking win so bad. You'd think anybody with this kind of attention, excuse me, their ego would get out of control.
You got it. You got it. That he is only
That
the
box,
ninth
yeah,
athlete
man, we had that.
to be offered a place on the Wheaties box.
Freaking Wheaties.
Is a true measure of his stature. But fame and fortune have truly not changed Michael. And despite his meteoric rise in popularity, he has retained a firm grip on his sense of perspective.
Dude, it's so cool. This is so cool. Oh, this song.
Although Jordan spends a good deal of time in the air, his values are firmly down to earth.
I was taught right from wrong. I was always involved in the boys' club when I was smaller. So I was able to step up and be a outspoken person against things that I didn't want to be involved in. So don't blow it. Don't do drugs. If you're doing
Stop it.
Stop it.
Get some help.
Get some help. McDonald's wants you to give yourself a chance to find out all the wonderful things you really can be. And so do I. I could have easily had parents that didn't care and let me hang out late nights and, hang out with the wrong crowd, but I wasn't brought up that way.
Oh, that's him and Chuck.
It was easy for me to distinguish away from the environment that I wanted to be with and the environment that I didn't want to be with.
I still hope the two of them reconcile someday. I really do.
Michael is like a Pied Piper for fans of all ages. And fortunately, he leads them in only positive directions.
I was always taught never forget where you came from. My parents, if I changed as a person, they would be the first ones to tell me that. And they haven't told me yet, so I'm doing well. But I always wanted to be an easygoing guy. My personality is that I'm outgoing, I love people, I love being around people, I love kids. Aww. So if I didn't have the personality to do it, it would be tough. But my personality fits this mold very easily. I don't want to be isolated from people. I think when you isolate yourself from people, then you feel that you're better than people. I don't feel that I'm better than you or the next person. But I think in society, sometimes they view you to be better than the next person. And I don't think that's fair, but there's a lot of things in society that's not fair. You just have to live by it. And I wish everybody could be viewed equal. But I don't think it's ever going to be that way.
It's sad. Look at how he was back then. And then in '93, they ruined it by pulling all those hit pieces on him. And then all of a sudden, he didn't want to be around people nearly as much anymore because people attacked him. But when there was kindness for kindness, look at him. Look at this guy. Plenty of kindness in his heart. That guy, why is this guy so memorable to me? This guy. Why are you ingrained in my brain memory? Like, why are you there? You're stuck in my head forever. I can't believe you fell. Pop. Pop. That's sick. That's so sick.
Not solely a scoring machine, Michael dominates defensively as well.
Image. To move through the air by using wings.
People ask me, you really think you can fly? I say, yeah, for a little while. It may be a split second.
Oh, is this the dunk contest stuff? I think it is.
All right.
Let's pay some respect to Dominique, too. Here we go. To elevate oneself with the purpose of thrusting the ball. Wait, what did that say? To elevate oneself with the purpose of thrusting the ball through the basket. Okay. That's a dunk.
And I think people are amazed by that because they wish they could do it.
Yep.
And it makes me continue to work hard to keep making these people dream. And
That's still my favorite dunk. Right there. I love that one so much.
Michael's airborne ballet is very much about dreams. Dreams of unearthly grace. Of unrestrained freedom. Of majestic power. Dreams of flight.
See, MJ did something different than most dunkers even today. He thought about what his legs were doing while he was midair. You know, like this, for instance. When Dr. J did this, he didn't do the knee bend midair. And there's something about this right there that just looks so spectacular because he chose to do that instead of just going straight-legged. Yeah, see, like that's what it was originally. Because he originally just did exactly what Dr. J did.
For Michael and his fans, basketball is a way of sharing the fantasy. Like a small
There's Dr.
group
J.
of aerial voyagers, Michael evokes images of the stratosphere.
That's such a sick dunk, too.
The visions which dreams are made of.
You see again what he's doing with his legs. Watch this.
The visions.
Look at that. Look at that. Man.
Dreams
Bang.
are made of.
That's a cool image right there. Oh, yeah. I never got to meet him like this.
Michael may be able to achieve the unbelievable on the basketball court. But to those who look up to him, he is a very real person who possesses the rare gift to both capture their imagination and touch their hearts.
That's so cool.
He's just, if I must say, again, I'm proud of him. He is my son, but he is a good person.
And he's a pretty good basketball player.
Yeah, he's not
too.
bad. He might win a few championships. Who knows?
Entrancing to watch, his performances capture the gamut of emotions. No one in the stands is more moved than his family.
When he comes home, I talk to him just like he's one of my boys. And I can't get in my mind that he's any different. But when I walk into the stadium and 18,000 people are standing there hollering and screaming, sometimes you want to cry, you break out with goosebumps, and you just get all of these eerie feelings. And naturally, you have to be very, very proud.
Could you imagine that being your son?
And they may never have been prouder than during the 1988 All-Star Weekend, when their son capped 2 days of thrilling his hometown Chicago fans by soaring away with the slam dunk title and the game's MVP trophy.
Yep. Has anybody else ever done that? Dunk champion and then All-Star MVP right afterwards?
Throughout his life, Michael Jordan has met all obstacles head-on. One can only imagine what challenges he has yet to conquer. This is something to savor as we look forward to more spectacular moments from the world's most breathtaking athlete.
Yep. And there was a lot to come after this. Damn. That, I love that so much. That's at the dunk contest. Him and Dominique. Jay Thomas, I was wondering. Great narration. I'm sorry, we've made it. We've come this far. I might as well just go to the end. I still don't even know if this is gonna get posted without being blocked. So I'm just gonna soak this all in. And next time, it's not gonna be like 20-something years before I watch this again. Uh-oh. I'm in trouble. Uh-oh. I'm in a lot of trouble. Come on, man. It's YouTube in 2024, guys. Let it slide. Let it slide. This shit's not for sale anymore. I'm not taking away revenue, I promise. All right. Is that it? That is it. Wow. I can't leave it on that screen. Let's leave it on this screen. Lucky kid. All right. Wow. What to say about it? All I want to know is, are you guys as old as me? You know? Ladies and gentlemen, are you as old as me? Did you watch this growing up? If so, did you watch it like 3 times a week like I did? You know? Me and my brother watch this all the time together. All the time. And we never got sick of it. And that's why all of these scenes, all these dunks, all these moves, all the narration, all the music, it's all just embedded in my brain. It's amazing. I don't know. It's kind of fun to think about, like the fact I'm doing this YouTube channel now in 2024. And here I was back in 89 and on, just like worshiping a video like this and loving basketball. And to think how many years ago that was. And now I have kind of a place in this world when it comes to basketball. And I thought I lost that for many, many years. But I have a place now with basketball. And it's so cool. So I hope you all get to see this. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope this brought back some happy memories for you guys and gals, just like it has for me. Thank you for watching this and experiencing this with me. Like I said, I haven't seen this since I was, I would probably say I haven't seen this since about 1996. So it's crazy to think about how much I remember out of it, just because. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Please like the video if you enjoyed it, if you get to see this, that is. And subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this. I'm always up for more suggestions. And yeah, peace out. All right. Have a wonderful night.